Hey everyone, welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have game 3 of the grand finals of the Zelda 2 Rando Tournament. We got Angel versus Tabby Orange. Tracking, we have Tear and RG365. And on comms, we have the wonderful Sonny Wrath, and they will take it from here.
Thanks, Baseball. I appreciate it. So, welcome back again, everybody, for Game 3 of the Grand Finals of the Zelda 2 Randomizer Standard Tournament for 2025. We have Angel FM versus Tabby Orange. One heck of a matchup. If you caught games 1 and 2 last night, then you know where the standings are. This game right here could be the end of it all. But neither of these runners have made it to the finals of the standard tournament. So nerves definitely going to be playing a factor, and we'll just have to see how they handle them. Tabby, very, very good vanilla runner, has a lot of the fundamentals more or less mastered, and Angel has put in so much practice to get to where he is for this race. And here we go. We're looking at a River Canyon with an immediate P1 with no items. Second palace over here is a 3 or 6. And we're going to find out how much experience this red iron knuckle's going to give. And it's a cool 100. The randomizer is kind of sorcery when you really take a look at it. All right, Reflect from Bagu this time around. So one of the pieces for Go mode has already been found, as well as a Trophy Cave with a Moa in here. Little unfortunate to see a Moa, but they both take care, well, Angel takes care of it without too much of an issue, and it's giving Tabby the business. As we do find a flute here in Trophy Cave. Alright. Tabby giving the Moa the business in return after it took a life, but then unfortunate placement of the enemies causes another death to be taken. Though Angel, finding a red Daira, gonna get attack 2 from it and continue exploring through as we have our first town check, which is Mito with a heart container. Second town check, Saria with a magic container. So 2 containers found of the total of 8 in the world. Tabby going back to the 3-6, and we've got Jump Spell underneath the table, so if Angel so chooses, he could immediately go back to Mito and pick up Downstab. East to find the mirror. Not a bad hint, all things considered. And Tabby gonna go ahead and take life 3 here. Exactly, Juve. I was thinking the same thing. All right, Tabby looking to do some more exploration now. We'll come across the items that Angel has come across. And Angel's going to go ahead and pick up Downstab, so sub 3 minute Downstab feels really, really good. Probably the most powerful tech in the game, as it allows you to cheese so many different things. And also gives you access to jackhammering. West to find the medicine this time around. So we'll have to wait and see which item cave that lands in. Unless it does happen to land on the grass tile. We got a quick check of this cave, which is Parappa Cave, as Tabby heads back into Mito and will be picking up his Downstab momentarily. We do see a raft tile sitting out in the middle of this river. And Angel's just making it on through. This medicine cave gets life 2 at a very opportune time. So it gets that full refill. And Tabby picking up down stab. And going through Medicine Cave yields a magic container, which is very, very nice, especially early on, while you're still on relative high MP costs. We'll just have to wait and see what else the seed gives here over on the west. Aside from that medicine, of course. Alright, Angel gonna take the up and A here. And it looks like there's a whole bunch of nothing on this northern part. But we'll be able to get that Link doll. So we're gonna have to see what he decides to do from here. Opting not to jump into palaces. And it looks like he may have to go through Parappa Cave at this point. We have not yet. We're about to. And here's the other side of Parappa with an immediate town. It is Rudo with the raft. And that raft tile is boots blocked, so we'll have to wait and see just where it leads. There is a grass tile just off the screen, and Magic Container Town for Raru. Angel checking to see if there are any good hints available. As Tabby unfortunately takes a death, he's working on getting that experience for Attack 2. And not getting much of anything to speak of at this point when it comes to that experience. So Angel about to pick up that magic container. Tabby making his way through this magic container cave. Orange Dyra's only taken 5 hits at attack 1, which you don't see that very often. And it looks like no hints here in Raru. Alright, Angel going to check the cave. And it is Pillar P-Bag Cave. Oh, we do have a P-Bag drop, and it's... You can't really complain about a 200 drop. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but what is the point in that? And Pillar P-Bag Cave yields the hammer. So that does give access to the rock-blocked cave over on the northern side of this river canyon. Tabby picking up his 6th magic container. As Angel is going to show us what is here on the grass tile. It is the life spell. Now, life is randomized to refill anywhere from 1 to 5 bars, so hopefully this isn't a 5-bar life seed. Karok disappears with the shield spell. And that rock block cave is looking like it's going to be an item cave, as Angel is going to instead go through reverse jump cave. Or should we call it full cave? Oh, nice 500 pickup for Angel there, as he's going to go ahead and take attack 3. And that's going to set him up very nicely going forward. Tabby now picking up the life spell, which does have an MP cost of 104. So, relatively expensive life here at Magic 1. And here's the remaining palace, which is P2 with no items. So we've only got one item in the 3 palaces here on the west. Oh, an angel gonna take a death. Tabby has found his way over to the east. Finds Trophy Town and is going to be able to immediately pick up Upstab. So this is going to be pretty good for him as Angel is continuing to do some more exploration. Runs into a dead end and is going to immediately up A afterwards. Alright, Tabby setting up for the super jump. Misses it first try, but gets it second try. And with that, Tabby will have both stabs in about 10 minutes. Alright, so didn't really get to take a good look at what this east is going to be, but Angel's going after this rock block cave. If this happens to yield the boots, then that's going to be big. Alright, old Kasuto has the child, so that's a good hint. And here's new Kasuto with the water. And not access to Grandma's basement. Oh, that's unfortunate. And immediate Maze Island access from the connector. Tabby going to check this cave. And it is Fairy Cave. Neither of them have the fairy spell, so not going to be able to make it through. Angel, though, making it through Heart Container Cave for a P-Bag, and it's a 500 pointer. So he's definitely going to let that ride, as Tabby gets the 500 and will have attack 3. And just like that, he'll also have life 4 catching up on levels. And there is the medicine, so that'll be good for a heart container. That's about it. Alright, Angel continuing his way through as Tabby is going to opt to go directly to the maze. Find the first item drop very quickly. It is the child drop, so there is going to be an enemy in here. But he takes it down no problem, and it's that 7th magic container. He may opt to head back to New Kasuto immediately. Angel coming in to the magic container cave. Will be rewarded with that medicine. Is unable to cast the life spell. And does manage to get enough to get that attack level. Tabby going into Granny's basement. What is she going to have? It's a heart container. And Tabby opting to not go after the water just yet. Gonna head back over to the maze, as that was very quick to find. And see if he can't dig out the other item. Angel, on the other hand, continuing exploration, trying to get an idea of things here on the west, and does make his way over here to the east. He is not gonna go into Darunia to grab Upstab, but instead coming into New Kasuto as Tabby finds the second item drop with Bagu's Letter. Not super useful in this seed, but it is at least an item location taken out of the pool. And we have an instant spec rock with River Canyon DM with the candle. So, not a bad find here for Tabby. And he's just going to check these 2 caves right here. Probably head back over to the maze. And it's P4. There's enough magic to cast Reflect, but 314, I wouldn't do P4 unless it were max rando. Ooh, 1 bar life. All right. All right, Angel picks up his 7th magic container. He will be able to get the disappointment of the heart. Yeah, we'll find out when we get there. Alright, Tabby heading over to that heart container cave. But first, 500 point bag drop. And just getting sandwiched by Dyras and birds just feels the worst. Alright, Angel picks up that heart container. And Tabby's looking to get that 630 for life 5 at this point. Angel, on the other hand, going to do a little bit of exploration. See what else he can find over here on the east, if anything. There is a 3-eye rock. Angel using sword beams extremely well. And here we go, the 3-eye rock check is an Angry Neighbors tile. Alright, we got the Darunia encounters here for Angel as he's going to attempt to do an encounter skip on him. Gets that first one, but it's that second one that can be a bit of a pain. Spot of the water tile here. And he gets that second one, no problem. Tabby picking up the 500 point bag. And we have P5 and another town. And this is going to be Nibiru with the boots! That water in New Kasuto absolutely needed for some boots. Gonna make a lot of traveling through the seed even faster. Now, what's in the fountain? The fairy spell. Oh my goodness. Nibiru coming in from the top rope with some good stuff. This exploration by Angel has been absolutely worthwhile. And Tabby is going to come back in to New Kasuto and pick up the water. I missed what that hint was. I saw go east to find the, and that was it. Oh. If it was West Flute, then yeah. We already knew that. Alright, water for Tabby. No MOAs to worry about here in Risen P-Bag Cave for Angel. But might have to worry about the enemy here in the second room. And it's just an orange Zolfos that takes 3 hits and attack 4 to go down. What in the world is this? Yeah, the 300 XP is also really, really nice. All right, Tabby doing some checking around, seeing what he can find. As Angel does make his way to find GP. And there is the raft tile as well as the desert tile. Tabby gonna go ahead and check 3-Eye Rock, which we know is just an Angry Neighbors. There's the mirror for Angel. But we have no sign of the glove yet. Fairy Spell has at least been found. Tabby gets the first Link Feet, gets the second Link Feet. He's out of there. He's found P5 with 0 items, and he's soon to pick up his boots. Here's Sunken Peabag Cave for Angel. And it is a 1-bar life that is connected to fire. So that's at least something. And there's the glove! Alright, that's palace access. Entirely done. Oh, and Tabby getting bullied by a Moa. All right. Tabby is on the other side. Angel doing some encounter manipulation, dropping into GP just to come back out. And these blue keys being immune to stabs, that's a bit of a pain, but not the end of the world. Gonna go ahead and check the water tile here. Is it going to be a magic key? No, it's the spell, which could lead to thunder. We'll just have to wait and see exactly what is found. Larry is guarding a dead end. That's what Larry's doing over there. Alright, Angel coming back now that he has Fairy. And Tabby picking up the boots. About to pick up the Fairy Spell as well. And we'll soon have the good news of the glove in Sunken Peabag Cave. We'll just have to wait and see how long it takes him to get over there, as he's going to stop and check the water tile first. Get rewarded with the spell. Now this is actually a scenario where keeping Magic 1 isn't too terribly bad, because you do have the ability to just go through a lot of things with Fairy. Alright. Tabby saying no thank you to Risen Peabag Cave. Sees GP is not going to go into it, but instead is coming into Sunken Peabag Cave. And I believe Angel got the doorbell. And it was all for the cross. A bit of an unfortunate find, but not the end of the world. And there's the glove for Tabby, which means palaces are fully accessible for both runners. It is just a matter of whether or not they decide to start diving them, because thunder is still an unknown variable within this seed. Alright, Tabby gonna take out the blue Lizalfos here and get attack 4. And head back into Buru for who knows why, but now it's time to check Risen Peabag Cave. Alright, Angel checking out Death Mountain here. Might be able to come across a quick Hammer Cave. If Hammer Cave has Thunder, which here's Hammer Cave, then y'all better buckle up. Yes, Angel has seen everything Tabby has, and then some now. Alright, Angel about to give us a look as to what resides here in Hammer Cave. What will it be? It's a heart container. And here is Old Kasudo. Tabby not wanting anything to do with it. And at this point, I'd say he's just searching for that desert tile. But he's on the wrong side of the map to get it. And on top of that, he is about to be at his next level. Yep, to answer your question, Archie, we have seen VOD. It's there. Tabby taking a death, just gonna refill some resources here. Which is not a bad plan. This is gonna give him attack 5. Just like that, he has attack 5. Angel, though, looking to go into palaces. He's looking to get gems cleared. And right now, P1's looking to be a bit of a thing. But gonna get that free key here. Tabby was looking for that, the desert tile. Alright, here we go. P1 has the shield spell. And Angel's gonna call that good. Now Angel's just gonna go hunt for Horsehead. All right, Tabby going to go for the spell tower. Get disappointed by the cross. Angel about to get attack 5. Just like that. Might even be able to push for attack 6. Oh, Angel's in 4. He very well may be able to push for attack 6 here. I thought he was in 1. I was looking away from his screen when he went in. All right, cross for Tabby, and he is going to dive 1. All right. So we've got 2 different palaces with the same pillar styles going on right now. Angel in 4, Tabby in 1. Just past the 30-minute mark. Angel going to pick up that key and take Magic 3 here. Going down the elevator leads to a dead end. Where Tabby's elevator, he's going to go down it, and it's going to lead to another left. And he's going to opt to take this left. Angel hitting a dead end. And Tabby finding a drop. Ooh, Tabby, unfortunately, taking a drop there, but it's all good. And horse down for Tabby. He's going to strike first. Angel gonna have to take a death here. And Tabby now about to venture into this 3 or 6. We're not sure which one it is just yet, but we will find out soon enough. Up the elevator Angel goes, and his destination is indeed Karok. He didn't have the magic to. And he could have gone in, taken the death, but it was an unfortunate circumstance. But at least he knows where to go. And, of course, now that he's up in aid, the magic refill shows up. Alright, Angel about to have P4 on lock as Tabby finds the one and only Ribanak of P3. Angel may not have to die twice, because I believe this is going to be the magic level. We'll just have to wait and see how much EXP count gives. Is it going to be enough? Oh, it absolutely is. There's the magic level. And almost enough to give the life level on top of that. But just like that, Angel's got P4 done. Tabby has P3 down. And Tabby is getting a cool 2830 payout here. Popping it into life. Alright, Tabby going to look for the item here in 3. As Thunder is the only thing missing for Go Mode. If it is in here, then that's going to be very, very good news for him. We'll just have to wait and see. And it's max! Angel going to 6. And a pretty free Valley leading here. Here's the item in 3. What's it gonna be? It's the Thunder Spell! Tabby is in Go Mode. Wow! Alright then, so, here we go. This is absolutely Tabby's race to lose now. He knows he doesn't have to look for any items. He doesn't have anything to worry about aside from potential magic costs. And just go right and you find Helmet Head. $36.70 payout coming up here in just a moment for Tabby. He may not be taking attack 6 here. He may instead dump this into magic levels. Angel making his way through P6, where Tabby, already 3 palaces down, is sitting in a pretty good spot. There's 36.70. He's going to take attack 6. And he's heading back over to the east. Oh, baby. We might see the reversal of fortune. As Angel did take games 1 and 2, but Tabby is on a tear right now to take game 3. Going into P4, but still only has Magic 1. That is going to be the only major downside that he faces here. We'll just have to wait and see what he decides to do. As he's going to check the elevator. Angel running across one of the items here in 6. There's a key here for Tabby. I missed what the item was. Oh, the fire spell. That's not great, because that's the life spell as well. And it's 1 bar. And there's the magic key for Angel. So best case scenario has played out. And Tabby's going to start taking magic levels now. I believe Child was in 4. Or no, Shield Spell was in 4. We do know what it is, Coper. It is the life spell, and it only heals 1 bar. No problem, my friend. Tabby gonna go ahead and take the keys here, which I do like the play of. And unfortunately, he's gonna run into this dead end. But he's not gonna check if there's anything on the back end. Instead, he's just gonna up an A immediately. And now it's time for him to venture on left. Oh, it absolutely could. It just always feels bad when you see it as 1 bar. Alright. Angel taking on Barba. Takes her down. Jumps into the lava. Gonna be able to get that reward quickly. And Tabby about to be at Karok. Gonna have to take a death here, though, in order to refill magic. But we'll be able to take the magic level, and all will be good to go. Alright, there's all of Tabby's magic getting used. Karok just being rude as can be with these spells, but is taken down. Tabby gonna go ahead and take magic 3 here. Fairy on through, and that's gonna be magic 4 for him, as he just has 5 and 6 remaining before going in to GP. Alright, Angel venturing through with that magic key in hand. Things become a bit easier. And I think Tabby has forgotten where palaces are at here on the east. As Angel takes down Horsehead. Still needs to go into 3 to pick up that Thunder. Just gonna have to wait and see what he decides to do, as time is definitely of the essence. Well, Max was a little rude to Tabby there, but also just as rude to Angel. And Tabby has made it to 6. And this was a bit of a long 6, so we'll have to see how long it takes Tabby to get through here, because it did take Angel a little while to make it through. Alright, Tabby taking the drop. And Angel making his way through. He's working his way through. If he ends up coming back in to look for the item, he will be rewarded with Thunder. Beautiful, beautiful position on the Moas there. And a very nice refill for Tabby. So that way he does not lose anywhere near as much MP with that fairy cast. And here is Ribanak for Angel. And just like that, Ribanak is defeated. Tabby probably will not grab the key, but there's only one room in GP that has a hard requirement of a key. We haven't seen it in a little while, at least in a race. So we'll just have to see if it shows up. Angel going to continue on through. Will be rewarded with the Thunder Spell. The double glove blocked room with a locked door. So far, we have not seen keys in the drop pool at all. Alright, Angel will soon have Thunder in tow. It's 55 for Fairy at Magic 5. And there's Thunder picked up for Angel. So both of them with 2 palaces to go. And Tabby, I don't think he's too far away from Barba. He is not going to grab the key, but he is going to take the left here. Angel making it into P2. All that's going to be in front of both of these runners will be P5. And P5, with it being the longest palace in the game, might actually take them quite a while. Alright, Mega Fast 2 for Angel, as expected. Tabby going to take the magic refill. Does not have to worry about a door. And still has a little bit to go before getting to Barba. But Angel just has P5 remaining now. And Tabby will soon be in that same situation of having P5 remaining. But right now, Tabby is actually on the east. Angel having to head back over there, and we'll have to run to P5. And here is Barba for Tabby. Oh! Tabby going for the jumpless jackhammer. and just slips off Barba. Little unfortunate slip, but it's not enough to cost him. He's going to be at Magic 6 here. And if Tabby can find 5 quickly, then we have a very close race. And here's Chadbert's Folly making itself shown again. Yeah, Angel definitely made that room look very easy. And Tabby decided to up an A, where 5 was on the east, and really, if he hadn't up an 8, he would have had a faster time getting there, even with the cave. But makes a beautiful slink in between those encounters just to get through quickly. Alright, Angel taking the drop, and Tabby sees the palace. He goes in. Welcome to 5. Both runners are in here. This race is close. And here's Guma for Angel. So Angel's going to be the first one going into GP. Angel has the opportunity to close this out. And Guma down for Angel FM. Gonna have a bit of a long refill, but it is also going to give the EXP for attack 6. Angel's gonna be the first one into GP. Can Angel take this and close out Game 3 with a win, as well as the tournament win? 51-36 on his timer for going into GP. Tabby going the right way, about to be in Guma's chambers, ready to take him on. And attack 6 is definitely doing more damage. And just like that, Guma has gone down. But he's going to have to take a death. Which is a bit unfortunate, because that's going to cost a bit of time, because he does not have a key. Angel making it past the spicy chicken and continuing on through this GP. Going to check the elevator up. And it leads to a refill, which is nice. But there's another fairy and a drop. Thanks, game. Yep, this is definitely one of my seeds. And then here's Thunderbird. All right. Angel taking on Thunderbird right now. might be able to close this out. And Thunderbird goes down for Angel. That's going to give him life 8. And how far behind T-Bird is Darklink going to be? Angel takes the drop. It goes left, leads to a down elevator as Tabby is making his way through GP right now. Elevator down leads to a shaft and a waffle room. All right, the outdoor room with a drop here for Angel. Oh, he takes a death before the drop registers. Oh, no. He's instead going to take the elevator up, and it leads to a refill room for magic as Tabby has made it to Thunderbird. Angel going to drop down, and it leads to a down elevator. Is this down elevator going to be it? It leads to a waffle room. Jump and shield. Making it through this waffle, trying not to deal with the blue bird, as Tabby is taking on Thunderbird right now. And another elevator down here for Angel. Is this elevator down going to be it? Is this going to allow him to breathe a massive sigh of relief as he has come in first and become the Standard Tournament champion? Ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, non-binary pals, as one of my very good friends would say, get your GGs out for our new Standard Tournament champion, Angel FM. Tabby gonna go ahead and finish this one out. Now, both of them are outstanding players. Both of them had to make it through so many tough opponents. And this could have been anybody's game. As we are joined by our new champion, Angel. Well done, sir.
Yeah, thanks, appreciate it. Not bad for, I think, 100% in that scene, just about. Besides, I think the channel, but...
No kidding there. So, the biggest thing was you getting the magic key where Tabby had to take deaths in order to refill magic.
Oh, man. Yeah, Fairy was not cheap at all. That really sucks to hear, because, yeah. I mean, even at Magic 7, it was still 40 something. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was like 44 or something like that. It was nasty. And Tabby did most of the short palaces first. And you went through the longer ones, got those done, and then just blasted through the rest.
Yeah, I mean, besides, like, I just, like, completely brain farted, Palace 4 having shield. I was like, I need to find the items here, because there's not anything else, so.
For sure. And get your GGs out for Tabby Orange, our second place finisher in the tournament. Well, once Tabby gets in here, I'll make the comment that I've got in mind. And just holy cow. We are joined here in the booth by Tabby. GG's Tabby.
Thank you. GG, Angel.
Yeah, GG, Tabby.
So I'm going to make this comment first, and then I'm going to ask the question of both of you. At least you don't have to worry about another back-to-back. But how are you feeling now? Angel, I'll start with you.
Good, now that I only have, like, one tournament left to actually do now.
Z1?
Yeah, just Z1, depending on however that goes. But yeah, like doing the 3 tournaments and then also having the new job and whatnot, it's been like a disaster for me. So I'm kind of like, I enjoyed the tournament, but like I am also kind of glad it's over. Also,
I mean, that's fair. At least the main part of Standard is over. We still have the last match of NIT to go, but Tabby, you put up such amazing runs throughout this tournament, and second place is nothing to be feeling bad about. I was going to say ashamed of, but that's too strong to say in this circumstance. But even still, how are you feeling?
I'm disappointed just because, I was hoping to put up a little better fight over 3 matches. Um, but I really, don't think I played bad in any of these. I finished one today. It still finished like sub hour. And just GG's to Angel, you know, well played. And just in terms of how I played, I don't really think I played badly in any of these. I made some mistakes, but you know, in with hindsight, you're always make mistakes in these randomizers. Nobody routes anything perfectly, even if you get like sub 50 minutes. Like there are little things you could have done better. But like, I thought I played okay, and I just got beat 3 times. It happens.
yeah, like
I'm
I
gonna.
will say, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm gonna echo exactly what Level Engine just said in chat. Anybody that gets a sub hour in Z2R did not play badly.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say too, like like watching back the last 2 games, like I don't think you played bad at all, Tabby. Like it's just like some things went more my way than anything else. I feel personally.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, I could have not checked the spell tower. I could have just done the dungeons, but it's like I had it all there. I just had to walk up, and so that maybe cost me a minute. But you know, like I'm still gonna make that check since I have spell. I can cast it. I'm in the east before I start diving dungeons. But with hindsight, I could have not done that. But that kind of those type of things. But like I don't. That just happens. That you check. Sometimes you check the things that don't have the items you need, and it happens.
Yeah, I mean, like in this scene, like I checked. I mean, I did Death Mountain right because I was right near there, and plus everything was close by. I mean, that could have cost me just as much time.
Yeah, I saw the rock right when I got there. I didn't look for Hammer Cave because I didn't have boots then. I was like, well, if I get boots, I'll come back here if I need to. But by that point, By the time I got boots, it was like I could do everything else. So that was the hammer cave was going to be like the last thing I did.
Yeah, I had boots at that point, so yeah, I was just like, let me just check over here real quick, and yeah, that was literally right across the river to the left.
Yeah.
I mean, you both played incredibly throughout the span of this tournament, and holy cow, was this a good opening tournament for our new version of the randomizer. But now, my next question to both of you is, how are y'all feeling about Max Rando? Angel, you first.
Put 5 items in a palace, and I'll be happy.
And you, Tappy.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see if I play it. I'm in all these tournaments and all the whether it's Z1 or it's like I'll have to see the flags and then maybe I'll play it or maybe I won't. Um, I am excited to see kind of the some of the other features to see like the stabs mixed into the pool. I think that'll be you know that'll be that was a feature of this that we didn't see in this tournament. I'm excited to kind of like play with that because I think like I kind of like my downstabless combat kind of improved over this tournament. Um, yeah, just sometimes because you didn't get jumped or fairy till later than normal. Um, yeah, and then I know these new kind of Euclidean palaces are fun, but if there's some way we can mix in this with reconstructed to have some reconstructed and some Euclidean, I think that would be fun if they can work out some way. And I know there's a new layout that I have not played, but I think is in kind of these beta versions. I'm excited to try that.
I have yet to try the tower layout myself for within the beta version, but that is the new palace layout. And on top of that, there is a flag that has been made that will actually exclude vanilla and vanilla shuffled from the palace pool. So it will only be reconstructed random walk and tower.
Yeah, see that's fun, and you know, trying that out where like you know it doesn't all have to be sequential, but it doesn't all have to be reconstructed either. I do enjoy both, but um, yeah, so it'd be fun to kind of like mix those in one seed.
Well, I can't think of any other questions to ask you guys, so I'm going to kick it on over to final thoughts on the tournament in general for both of you. Angel, you being our new champion, take it away with your final thoughts.
Mainly, the tournament was very fun. Especially to doing a whole different type of palace layout instead of just being reconstructed. Even though I prefer reconstructed, but having the random walk. I mean, I feel like the random walk kind of played into my strengths of figuring things out. But it was still very enjoyable. So many good players in this tournament. Just thank you to Alan, thank you Sonny, thank you Chabert, thank you Eldar for I think was Eldar doing tournament two, tournament admin.
Yeah, yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
yeah. So I appreciate you all for putting this on. It was really a good time, and also thank you to Eldar and Nitsu for how much work they put into the 5.0. It's been a lot of fun. Looking forward to 5.1.
And Tabby, any final thoughts from you, my friend?
Yeah. First, congrats again to Angel for winning. Um, Angel's beaten me many times in many Zelda randomizer games. So, I'll go back and try to get you next time. But congratulations again on winning the tourney. Uh, yeah, echoing the sentiments on to the admin team, self included, Sonny, and what a great job they did, and yeah, the dev team as well. I'm really enjoying 5.0 and yeah, seeing what's next for 5.1 should be fun. And thank you, ZSR, and getting us on, and Sonny for calming again. Kind of like feels bigger when you got like the same comms, like a big series. So thank you for calming this whole thing.
You know I got you guys. I'm not gonna let you go without a commentator. But yeah, I definitely want to echo the massive thanks to our dev team of Elendar, Jeroboy, and Anitsu for the amazing work that they have done so far on the randomizer and will continue to do. A huge thank you to ZSR for allowing us to have as many of these races throughout the tournament as we did. And an even bigger thank you to my fellow mod team of Elendar and Chadbert, and of course, our leader in all of this, the Alan Heffley. Without you guys, there was a lot that we would not have been able to get done. And a special shout out to Big Slamu when he was able to jump in and spin the wheel for us when we were having issues or did not have time to prepare. So thank you all so much for everything you've done throughout this tournament. And VT, I know you've picked up a lot of restreams. The Gob1 has as well. Like, the list is too big for me to actually go through from memory. But yeah, huge thanks to everybody that has helped out in this tournament. And definitely keep your eyes peeled for the Max Rando announcement, though we still have one match remaining, and that is the Nibiru Invitational Finals that have yet to be scheduled. So keep your eyes peeled for that as well. And baseball, I'll let you take us on home if you're there.
I am here. Thank you so much. This was a great match. I haven't caught a lot of Z2R this year, but this was really fun, and I'm kind of sad that I missed most of the tournament after watching this one. But yeah, thanks everyone. Special shout outs to VT Slacker who hold a lot of the weight on the ZSR side. So you're the best, and thanks for helping me set up this one too. But yeah, thanks so much to Sonny for commentating, and of course Tear and RG for tracking. Yeah, and we'll probably get the Nibiru finals on as well. It'll probably be VT, restreaming that. But yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. We're gonna be raiding over to ZSR2. They are also streaming the Heroes of Time fundraiser. So yeah, gonna head over there. But thanks everyone, and yeah, great tournament. Sad I missed it, but it is what it is. All right. See you later. Bye.